Tapped in. Yeah. All right.
Check.
So, welcome to the first segment of the Canal Street Crooners interview series. We're joined by Bronx rapper, producer, kind of engineer, director, kind of a jack of all trades. Mike Larry Draw. How we doing?
Yo, what up, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate you coming down to Chinatown for it. But I guess to start things off, just a little bit about time growing up in the city and your initial entry into music and how that kind of came to be.
Okay. Well, growing up in the city, grew up in the Bronx. Yeah. So, if you know anything about the Bronx, it's not always peaches and cream.
For sure.
I grew up in this place. This project's called Bronx Projects.
Yeah.
Which is off the 6th line on St. Lawrence. Like, I guess cross streets would be Watson and Roseville.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much a historical projects. Like Dragon from Rough Riders came.
Oh,
he's from there. They used to have to throw like big hip hop, old school parties there. That's kind of before my time though.
Mm-hmm.
And like you would see Big Pun, you would see like Terror Squad, you see crazy. A lot of people. Like I lived down the block from Jenny from the block. Remy Ma came from Castle Hill, so that was like a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, from the Bronx, and I don't know. The Bronx was what actually made me who I am today when it comes to music. Just
I feel like people from the Bronx are super passionate about like their
dude. The Bronx is crazy, man. Cause like, all right, so like my sister raps, right? Her name is Dizzy Sins.
Okay.
She's crazy spitter, right? But like I had the I guess you can say the privilege to be around just dope rappers my whole life growing up. And at that time it was like, how dope are your bars? Like how dope are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was actually like lyrics and like how I could actually spit. Now it's kind of changed, I guess, what matters.
It's pop now.
Yeah.
But like then it was more like we weren't even making songs. We were just writing the hottest verses we could write. Yeah. And then we would go to this thing like every Friday, or once a month, right? And we would spit whatever we remembered. And then you would just get your respect.
Facts.
So then when I started writing songs, I would take that same thought process of like the dopest bars I can put together and then made it like the dopest bars I can put together in a song.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
So you were just like rapping for kind of a hobby for a little bit first, and then you kind of like decided to like make music from it. It was more just.
I think growing up, I didn't even know it as a hobby. It was just something you supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like,
your sister started first, and then she got you into it?
No, actually, I started rapping first.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister, I call her my sister. She's not my blood sister, but like we've been through so much together, like growing up, that she's just my sister.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of bloodshed and tears that we put into music that is like she's my sister. You know what I mean? But yeah, like we wouldn't call it a hobby. Yeah, it was like hobbies
is part of the lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle because like you eat, sleep, and breathe hip hop, right? You know, like. Some people grew up just breakdancing, like that's what they did, or grew up doing graffiti. They have no other choice. Like they don't know anything else in life.
Yep.
So music was the only thing that I could just do every single day.
So you had like hip hop like in your household? Were your parents like into that shit too?
Nah, no? That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Like my mom and my dad was in soul and funk, like or 90s R&B.
True. Like
I was the one who just gravitated to like crazy hardcore stuff. Like DMX at the time was the most hardcore at the time, growing up, or like Onyx, or like. Anything that was in the vicinity of just New York. But like I went to a specialized art high school, so I went to school with people like ASAP Ferg, and like Corey Guns. And then like once I moved to California for a little bit, I went to school with like Left Brain. From my Odd Future and shit. But yeah, like I always eat, sleep, and breathe art. Like even today, like I just wake up and just do art.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit later, but I know you have like a whole like
Anomaly Konglomerate.
And then also have like a clothing wear company too.
Actually,
so
while we talking, I have a clothing company out now. I'm actually wearing my clothes now.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like dope. I literally threw out my regular clothes and I have a wardrobe of just myself. Because I feel like I gotta support my own brand.
For sure.
Can't be wearing everybody else's brand.
Yeah.
Take a look at that though. But Yeah, so I went to a specialized art high school. I actually went for illustration first. Then once I started learning more about like 2D animation, traditional animation, I got really involved in that. And so I was doing like illustration, animation, and cartooning.
Oh, facts. Okay.
And then me and my homeboy, we used to do comic books called The Sticks. So it was all just stick figures.
Damn.
Doing some crazy shit. And then after that, that got boring. Because I was like, I don't feel like drawing animation all day to get my point across. So I started doing sketch comedy.
I take more looks at
that. Yeah. I started doing sketch comedy with some kids in the school and all that. And a lot of people was like, oh, that kind of looks like Dave Chappelle. There's some Dave Chappelle shit. So it was like Lorder Squad.
Yeah.
Before there was a Lorder Squad. Not saying I'm trying to, like.
No, of course.
Like, but it was just like, that was what it felt like. We were just doing random crazy shit.
So that's kind of where the interest in like Japanese culture came through, or like through comics and.
Yeah, it came through comics. I had this one teacher named Mr. Filardi, who actually still works at the high school that I went to, the High School of Art and Design.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he was the first person to show us Akira.
Okay.
Or Akira. And before then, like, you would watch like Pokemon or whatever, and not really putting two and two together. That's Japanese animation. You just like, oh, it's cartoons.
Yeah.
So that was when I was getting exposed by like just Japanese culture in the beginning. And Power Rangers, no one knew that Power Rangers was fucking Japanese. Sentai. Like, but yeah, we was always being exposed by it. We just never put two and two together. But once I realized, like, oh shit, like, nah, this is like Japanese culture.
So you do the design for your like album art too and everything, or
yeah,
is that you?
I do all the art myself.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess from the first album though, 2011, Hello. What was that recording process like, or did you like just was it more kind of kicking it like you said, and then I decided it kind of all came together, or was it kind of like a thought process to make?
It was so Hello started with I had got my baby mother pregnant in California.
Oh shit.
And then we moved back to New York, so we lived in Brooklyn, and I didn't really have any. I had a computer at the time, and I didn't have any way of recording. I only could make beats at the time. Mm-hmm. So my income tax money came, and I was just like, yo, I really want to start recording. Like, I got the bug. It's like itching.
Yeah.
She's like,
bought some equipment or something?
Yeah, bought some equipment. She's like, yo, just get that shit. So I had bought a mic. I bought speakers. I bought the whole 9. Mm-hmm. And then I started recording with Pro Tools, and I was making beats on FL Studios. Mm-hmm. But the thing was, like, I just put the project together, not saying I'm gonna make a project and it was da-da-da. It was more like I'm recording every song that I did. Just was like, sounds like something should be on an album.
Yeah.
So I put them together, and then I was like, yo, what would I name it? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna name it Hello. The funny part is that's not the first project I put out.
Oh, true. Okay.
There's this secret project. Well, it's not even secret. It's a project nobody knew about. That's on Dat Piff. Called Oneself. It's an instrumental album.
Okay, yeah.
So like if you go on datpiff.com and type in Mike Larry Draw Oneself, that's the first project I've ever put out, which is a beat tape.
So that was that 2010 then, or when was?
Yeah, it was 2010.
2010, yeah.
Yeah.
So damn, okay. So all the people like featured on the album, like your like friends that
I grew
up with. Grew up with. Yeah.
Yeah, like my bro OT, who goes by Omar Sherrod. Mm-hmm. That was my childhood friend. Yeah. Well, is my childhood friend. He's still here. He's my childhood friend, and we went to school together with like Corey Guns and all that. Damn. And just rapping. So when I moved away and came back,
how long were you in California for?
I was there for a year. Prior to that, I was in Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania, for like 2 years. Okay. And I was like doing death metal.
Damn. All right. Did you have music released from like death metal days?
I wish I did. That would have been.
Was it a band you were in, or was it just kind of a solo?
It was featured. I was featured on a lot of bands. So there was this one band called Ovlo that we never recorded anything, but every time they had a live show, I would come up and do this verse, and they had this one song like kind of tailor suited for me. Okay. That I would just like rap, and then the breakdown would happen, and I would just do like metal screams, my little Simba metal screams at the time, because I wasn't as good. So if we had to put it in a proper timeline, right? It was New York, left New York to go to Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Pennsylvania for 2 years. It didn't have a rap scene that I was in. Couldn't find it at the time. So I joined the metal scene. Yeah. And then just to have like an outlet.
Yeah.
Because it's not really just about rap for me. It's just
kind
about music.
Express yourself.
Express myself in music. Yeah, exactly. So I found my outlet that way. Then I moved to California. And that's when like the real Mike Larry Draw brand started. Where I was like definitely coined as a polymath. Because then I went to school. I went back to school for film. I was doing graphic design then. I was doing film and music. So I was learning engineering, even though I was doing it already. Learning engineering, learning how to formulate a proper way of putting a movie together. Mm-hmm. And then just creating stuff.
This is all like right after high school then, basically? Or
this is like, I would say 3 years after high school.
Okay.
3.5 years after high school. That's when I got my baby mother pregnant, and then we came back. So I didn't finish. Mm-hmm. Then I made Oneself. Then I made Hello, back to back. Sure. And then I got in the film industry, officially in the film industry. Then I started working on like crazy ass shows like Tyra Banks show.
Oh shit, okay.
I did the Tyra Banks show. I did this show called Bank of Mom and Dad. I did Millionaire Matchmaker. I did $1 Million Listing.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I started doing like commercials for like Toaster Strudel. Then I was actually on the show Real Housewives.
Yeah, I saw that. What, you just doing some work with that? Or like?
Yeah, so doing the Bank of Mom and Dad show.
Yeah.
I had a lot of energy on set. So we would, driving from production pickup to production set, like, laughing and joking in the car or whatever. And then I made this crazy joke like, yo, y'all should put me on the show one day.
And I say, fuck it, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't a joke. I was being serious, but I was jokingly saying it. Then one day I get this phone call, and the producer was like, so you remember that one time you said that you wanted to like be on TV? And I was like, yeah.
I think I got a few.
Yeah, he's like, I think we got something for you. They wouldn't tell me what it was.
Oh shit, okay.
They don't prep you or anything like that. Even though I was asking, like, all right, so what is it? He's like, it's a reality TV show. I was like, what show? And he was like, Real Housewives in New York. And I'm like, all right, so how you want me to come about with this? Just be yourself. Mm-hmm. I was like, be Mike Larry Draw. He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, then let's do it. Then I went and didn't know what was going on. And then they asked me, like, oh, do you have a resume? That vibe. And they asked me why I didn't have a resume. I didn't even know why I was there, honestly. Yeah. But I kind of finessed it, like, well, I didn't bring it because I wanted my personality to show whatever I said. And then it was like, okay, you're a rapper, cool, rap. And then I rapped.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, so they took they took a little snippet from the Hello album or whatever.
Oh, damn, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
From what song? Of the
what is that? Where Your Style At?
Okay.
Yeah.
I really fuck with Speed Racer off that album. It was.
Oh yeah. You know what? I was always thinking about remaking it because I don't have the files anymore.
Oh shit. Okay.
Once I put it exactly when I put it out, like my hard drive crashed.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So I lost everything.
At least you put it out before like.
Right.
No, this shit all.
Crashed. I wanted to remaster it though because I thought that was it. I was way younger then, so I wanted to like retouch up on stuff. But didn't have the opportunity. I could probably remake. I'm not gonna remake it. It's just what it is. Yeah, if people rock with it, they do. If they don't, yeah. Okay.
So I guess how is like your process, and like I guess you've gotten new equipment and shit since the beginning.
Process. I would make a beat first, and then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna write to it. I'll write to it. I record it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, all right, well, more stuff should happen. So I would add I'll progressively add maybe more keys or something else. And then when the song ends, even though the song ended and everything stopped and it's silence, I'll hear more to the song. Mm-hmm. So I would actually add that. So it's like a back and forth process for me. And then the mixing process, once the mixing process starts and I start like fine tuning sounds like the bass, the kick, the snare, whatever, I start hearing that there's more space for other things to happen too. So then I'll start adding those things.
Okay.
And that's usually how it starts.
And then you like you write the lyrics to it, or do you usually just like?
Yeah, I write the lyrics to the beat. Sometimes I just let it go. I just let the pen go.
Yeah.
And then just write and be like, all right, so this is what it sounded like. What am I talking about? All right, it sounds like I'm talking more of this. Then sometimes I'll go in with a specific topic involved. Like I'll look to see what I've written already and be like, all right, I talked about this on this song. I talked about that on that song. I talked about that on that song. Let's talk about this. And it'll lead to that.
Fair.
So
do you like feel like your passion's more in like, or maybe it's like equal, like, but I guess you started off in production. So do you feel like you're more passionate about the production side, or like, I guess rapping too, but
honestly, I feel like I need to rap more, but there's so much going on that I haven't, like, I get angry that I don't rap every day. I literally get angry. Like, so let's say right now, right when I'm talking, right? Me and my team put together the Money Train party. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I saw
the. Like, all right, so
that's true.
I have like we'll have meetings and we'll set them up and be like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. So that takes like a week and a half.
Okay.
And I'll put all my focus on that, and then I need like, all right, so we need a promo piece. Who's gonna do the promo piece? I'm gonna do the promo piece because I worked in television for 11 years. Yeah. So it's like I'm gonna make sure that shit look dope enough for people to be like, what the fuck is this? I wanna go. You know what I mean?
Not just like shit looks like really professional too. Like I guess that makes sense now that you got all the experience in
right
television and shit.
So I would do that. Now, the time I'm doing that would have been the time I would be rapping or something else. But considering the fact that that's gonna boost the brand, my brand, and the Anomaly Konglomerate's brand, I'm gonna do that. So then, boom. All right, cool. We got the promo piece. Now we gotta push it. We gotta tell people. So I'm like a masterminding all these thoughts, telling my team to do certain things, but whatever is like they can't do, I have to do it. So like that time consists of me curating all of these things, and then that kind of like.
You're like the head honcho of it all, so you gotta.
Yeah, I don't like telling people that though.
Yeah,
I don't like. I'm like, if this is a game of war, you never salute your general or never salute the person in charge, because that's how you kill him. So
how big the team that you guys like have for the Anomaly Konglomerate?
Right now we're pretty deep. We're like about 6 or 7.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Secretly 6 or 7, but then there's other people that support us too. So it's like active 6 of us, but like mainly like 20, 25 of us.
Damn. Okay.
Like just working.
And do you have a studio, like, or do you record in your house or apartment or?
Nah, I take my studio with me every day. So
shoot.
This is my studio right here.
Damn. Okay.
I'm kind of in that same position. Like I don't have my microphone anymore.
Yeah.
Cause I move around a lot. So like I would say a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I literally like got rid of my apartment. So like I literally go like from place to place, not couch to couch, but like place to place, different cities, just working, and like kind of putting myself in a position to need to work as much as possible in order to survive on purpose, so I can just go harder.
How long you been in New York now from the last time you left, I guess, or
maybe like a few days.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally came back for this beat battle that we put together.
Yeah, when is that going to be?
It already happened. It happened Sunday.
Sunday? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay.
July 28th it happened. Yeah. So we're going to do another. That was a success.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually nervous because we did the first one. People came out, and I'm like, all right, cool. But then I didn't hear anything from anybody. No one hit me up like, yo, I want to come. On da-da-da-da. So I was like, yo, this might be one of those.
Yeah, but you got to turn up.
It was packed.
Yeah.
We packed it. And I was like, ooh, all right. So now I got to do another one. Because at first I was like, I'm not going to do another one after this. I'm going to like kind of, because it's so much time. I was like, I'm not going to do it. Then as soon as I seen everybody came, I was like, I got to keep going. I got to keep going.
People are liking it. You got to.
Yeah, of course. You got to supply it.
Yeah.
So right now, my next project I'm gonna do with the team is the another Money Train party.
Okay.
So that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't say where yet, but we plotting it out.
The Sunday thing was in Brooklyn though.
No, it was actually in Manhattan.
Oh, Manhattan.
It was at New Blue, Lower East Side.
Okay, facts.
Yeah, we do things in Brooklyn, but I tend to push more to Manhattan because it's neutral grounds. So kids from the Bronx can come, homies from Queens can come if they're close to Manhattan. people from Brooklyn can come through.
Yeah.
I know everybody likes to like dwell over Brooklyn, but you know, I get it, but it's not the only borough, so I'm trying to make sure everybody's comfortable.
So I guess how many years ago were you in Japan for that? Was it like a 2-week trip or something?
Last April.
Last April? Oh shit.
So what's this? 2018.
That was your first time in Japan?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, how was that? I've been wanting to go to Japan for so long.
You gotta go though. You have to. Like, all right. So, America's cool. It's great. Like, we live here. We were born and raised here, right?
Yeah.
But like when you go there, like you can see the familiarities. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I keep R's and D's, right? So, you just can familiar yourself with like culture. Like just learning someone else's culture, I feel like is always a great thing to do.
Yeah,
Because like if you keep yourself ignorant, that's where hate comes from. But when I went there, I was just like, yo, this is fire. It's super fire. Like I want to move there.
Yeah.
At some point. So right now I'm like fluently learning Japanese.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
It's
I
a
can
tough
move.
language to learn.
I don't think so.
No. Okay,
No, because like it was put to me like this. The way things are pronounced is similar to Spanish.
Okay.
Right. And I remember I lived in a Spanish house for like 3 years straight where no one speak English.
Shit, okay. Are you
So,
fluent in
like-
Spanish? Or
Huh?
are you like fluent in Spanish too? Or?
Nah, I'm not.
No.
At
You
one
can
point I was getting there, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't speak Spanish
Yeah, so you
anymore,
lose
so I
it.
lose it, yeah. So, but I understand. R's are D's,
Mm-hmm.
and then like certain L could be a R, you know what I mean, in that language. So when I went over there and I hear it, I'm like, okay, I know how to pronunciate things when I hear it. I just need to know what the words are
Mhm.
and how to put it in sentence form and then speak it.
Facts.
So, but the only thing is, I'm not around enough people who speak it. So,
Mhm.
like, I can learn all day. I can teach myself.
Yeah, it's the
all
best
day.
way to learn to actually like, immerse yourself in the culture. That's
Exactly. So if I'm not doing that, it's gonna just be like I'm just looking at Duolingo,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Genki, or whatever, not fucking putting myself to use.
So was that part of like the Anomaly Konglomerate thing that was in Japan, or was that more just a solo trip to?
That was a solo trip.
Okay.
I did go with a company who I will not speak of. But the experience alone was great. I felt my experience to be more grand when I was on my own.
Yeah. Sometimes a group should. You also like they like kind of feel like they tell you what to do, where to go.
Right.
It's like maybe I don't want to do that shit.
Right.
So-
I want to get lost
Yeah.
and then find myself. Message. So I went to Tokyo first,
Mhm.
and then I went from Tokyo to Kanazawa, which is on the west side of Japan,
Okay.
right?
How did you travel?
Bullet train.
Bullet train. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
And then we went to Kanazawa, and from Kanazawa we went to Kaga City, which is still on the west side,
Mhm.
like in the Ishikawa prefecture. So like prefectures are like states
Mhm.
to me personally. So when I say prefecture, it's like state, right? And then I went to Fukui, which is its own prefecture, which was fire. They got a fire ass scene out there though.
Do they?
Their
Yeah,
hip hop
yeah.
scene is crazy out there. I met this dude named Ballhead, Staley, Elam. So I forget the other rapper's name, and then my boy Flaj, and they are dead ass hip hop homies. Like they all b-boy, they
Shit.
all fucking make beats, and they rap, and it's crazy. So they was dope as fuck out there.
Did you like perform at all while you were in?
Oh yeah.
Japan?
I was
Yeah.
on the tour. I was touring.
Oh, facts. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So like, so the Fukui one wasn't even planned.
Mhm.
I originally was in a Japanese festival called Kaga City Festival, or
Mhm.
Kaga City Festival, yeah. And then once we did that, I met the homies, and they was like, "Yo, you should come to Fukui," and I'm like, "I bet." When we going? They was like, "We're going tomorrow night." I was like, "All right, cool." They came pick me up,
Yeah.
me and a couple other homies. They drove out there. Then there was a hip hop venue that we all was just chilling at. There was I forgot the name of the group. They played, and then it was an open mic.
You
And
just hopped
then
on?
yeah, and they was just like, "Yo, go, get on the mic, Mike, get on." And I was like, I had the crazy butterflies though. Like that's
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
time I ever had like, but I guess because it was like, yo,
A new scene. And
new scene, new
Yeah.
people, like.
You don't know how they're
new
gonna react to
energy.
your shit.
No one knows who
Yeah.
I am. Like I love that. No one knows who I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right, let's do it. So there was this one rapper. He was rapping in Japanese, and dude was killing it. You can tell he was killing it because like the way he was formulating his words, like there was no mistakes in his flow. Like everything was just perfect. And then I went right after him.
Damn.
So I was like, knowing that he killed it, I was like, I
gotta kill it too.
Yeah. So I'm doing it in English, but everybody's like, oh, yo, like what the fuck? Who is this guy, right? So that's when it was on. I was like, yo, I should just purposely miss my plane.
Yeah.
And like not go back. Like,
you said, fuck it,
they just gonna have to catch me.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I went back because I got responsibilities. I got kids, so I was like, yo, because I will dead ass stay out there.
Yeah.
Like they will, you not the only way I'm gonna. Yo, I hate to say it like this, but the only way I'm going back is if they catch me.
Fair.
Like on some doing the race.
Yeah.
TK shit. Like you gonna have to catch me.
Fair.
So I was thinking the next time I go out there, I'm gonna do it for 3 months.
Okay.
And then I still gotta go to Berlin though. And do some shit out there, but yeah, Japan was dope, man.
I'm sure the arcades in fucking Tokyo were crazy.
Yo,
too.
I didn't get to go.
Oh damn! All right.
I was in work mode though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Segue though. So when I went to Japan, I went to Tower Records, and like their YouTube is way different from American YouTube. So I would just dig. I would digitally dig for like soul samples in Japan, and go to Tower Records and then dig in there. And then that's how I came out with the album Wabi Sabi.
Oh shit! Okay.
The last, I don't know if you got the
Yeah.
You heard, okay. So I put all that together there.
Oh shit!
And then when I came back to America, I mixed and mastered it here, and then I put it out.
Damn! So you were like on tour, making new music. You were just doing everything. Right
Yeah. And like putting like there was a video guy who was working with us when we was in Japan, but. He was on his own mission. I feel like he was on a different mission. He was supposed to be there for us to like film us, give us content, but I just felt like his heart wasn't in it for everybody.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his heart wasn't in it for me. So he would do stuff, but it would be like kind of half-assed. So I would have to take the footage and then like splice it together for myself and be like, all right, I gotta promote it. But yeah, a lot of the footage that I got from there, I put together, and then I put together my EPK.
Okay.
I don't know if you got a chance to see that though. It's on our website, but yeah, that shit was fun.
Damn. Okay. So did you ever go back to like the instrumental tapes that you like release and like rap over them? Or is it more just like you're gonna keep the instrumentals to its own stuff, and then you have like other beats that you make for like rapping? Or
yeah, I think it's if I make an instrumental album, it's just an instrumental album.
Do you ever sell the instrumentals as well? It's like
I'm not. You know what? I want to, but I don't want to at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm right.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll explain it. But for the first question, I make the instrumental and I put it for everybody else to listen to, just a vibe, because I rap. Okay, fine. But like I'm a producer as well, so I kind of want to be like for those who just like beats and they like my beats so much, but sometimes they be like, I don't want to hear him rap. I just want my beat, his beats. They have all rights to like, do whatever you want. Listen to it, rap to it, whatever. Just give me my credit.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get your freebie anyway, right? So, and then that's that. I would love to sell my beats more. The only thing is, I don't like that feeling of like having it. Because like right now I'm in a situation where somebody hit me up and was like, yo, I want to buy an exclusive beat off you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right, well, it's going to cost you. How much it's going to cost? I was like, well, my lowest I'm going to sell you it for exclusives is 6 racks.
Damn, okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
I've been doing this for a minute, so it's like, yo, 6 racks.
Yeah.
I got some beats off that way.
Yeah.
But, like, that's you asking for exclusive. I'm not going to give you the rights to a beat. You know what I mean? And you going to make mad money
Did you end up, like, did that ever end up, like, coming to fruition or some shit? Or
he was... The person that I'm talking about was like, I don't have that. And I'm like, okay, so what's your following look like? Because I want everything that I do is got to go somewhere. It has to have meaning. So I'm like, what's your following look like? I seen what he was working with. I was like, okay, it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to do? What you trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to do this. I never heard Money rap.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what's up. Cool. I want this type of beat, that type of beat. All right, I'll give you a discount. I don't do it, but I'll give you the discount. I gave him the ill discount, right? That's a homie discount. He's not even my homie like that.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, this is dope, but can you turn this down? Oh, can you do this? Oh, can you do that? It took like I would say a week and a half, 2 weeks to get it finalized. So I'm like, all right, cool. Oh, I love it. I bet. So you made a deposit. What's the rest of it? I can't give it to you.
Oh,
what
no.
do you mean? It's contracted. We contracted too.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what do you mean? Well, I got a family issue. I'm like, all right, I understand that. He said his family member, like, you know, is diagnosed with cancer. My mom was diagnosed with cancer twice. Damn. So I know how that is. So I was like, all right, I'll take care of your family. It's all good. Like, my mom's in remission now. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can respect that. Then he was like, I got you a month from now. I'm like, it's cool. I'm not pressed for it. Month passed. Yo, I got laid off, bro. Damn, I can't do it.
Yeah, the excuses just kept on coming.
Yeah, it just, and like I haven't heard from homie since. And I'm like, I can respect it, but at the same time, you pay your phone bill, right? Like, that shit don't go off.
Yeah, there's way you can get the money for it.
It's not even it's a principle. Like, and we're contracted, so I can just easily cancel a contract and be like, you don't get nothing. But I'm trying to be nice. But anyway, so that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I'm not selling my beats. I don't want to sell my beats anymore. Like, if you want a exclusive or something, you either gonna work with me and then we're gonna do splits, or we're gonna push this somewhere, or you really have to give me what I asked for, and then we'll do whatever. I'll sit there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whenever you want something changed, I'll change it. Because you paying for it. It's it's service. But yeah, I'm not really trying to do that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience like working at or like, are you close to anyone that works at record labels? Because it seems like you know a lot about the business end.
I know a lot of people in the industry.
Yeah.
Some people joke to say I'm a phantom in the industry, like the thing people don't like to talk about. Well, it's not that they don't like to, they just don't talk. They don't like, everyone knows who I am. They just be like, yeah, that's Mike Larry Joe. All right, cool, fine. Like, shh, don't say nothing. As for business, I definitely understand it.
Yeah.
But
it's more just doing what you like and the building from it.
Yeah, what I'm doing right now, I'm looking to change a couple of things, because there's let's say industry gaps, right? So you have, let's say the film industry is one part of a land, and then there's like a big ass Grand Canyon gap, and then you have the music industry. Someone needs to build that bridge so more revenue could flow.
Facts.
And there's a miscommunication. So everyone thinks it's one way of doing things because it worked for someone else, that it's gonna have to work for the next person. But it doesn't work that way. Considering the fact that I worked in television, I seen how money is made there. Yeah. So there's a couple of factors. Yeah, there's a couple of factors that I'm paying attention to make that work for me on my end. Actually, I'm looking to like not do film anymore.
Okay.
Like, period. Like, at some point I don't want to touch a camera. Like, because I understand what needs to happen, and that's what I'm looking to do. So like, if that answers your question.
Yeah. You still direct like all of your own videos and music videos and shit, or like?
Yeah, I'll direct my own music video. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit. It makes me a little. It gives me anxiety sometimes to like always be at my computer doing video work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, because there's like for every time I sit down at my computer to do video work, it's less time for me to create music for people to be like, yo, that was the craziest shit I've ever heard before, or whatever they think about my music. Yeah. I'm giving them less time to actually have the Mike Larry Joe experience, because there's this big project that I want to work on now that involves me doing visuals and all this other stuff for me to create this like new world for everybody. Yeah. But I can't do it if I'm like still it's trapped on. Yeah, it's trapped on trapped in abyss and a void. Yeah. So.
Are there any artists that you like coming up in New York, or I guess anywhere really, that you think you want to work with, or you'd like to even produce for, or anything like that? I know you like to say that.
Yeah, I'll produce it for someone just to produce for them. Yeah, I'll be down for that. I know Dama Dozen's my homie. I wanna I gotta give him some beats. I definitely wanna give something to Joey Badass.
Yeah.
I actually wanna help Corey Guns out with his project. Like, he's slept on. He's dope as fuck.
Yeah, he is dope as fuck.
And like, I actually asked his pops too, cause I know his pops. I was like, yo, I got these fire ass beats that I want to give Corey, and I think this would be super dope, cause no one's rapping to this type of shit. But he never got back to me. Yeah, I'm sure he's busy though.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
When I see Corey, I'll tell him. Shout out to Corey Guns.
Niggas can get kind of like a rapport, like y'all know each other from back in the day, so.
Yeah, we know each other from back in the day, but we don't.
Yeah. Oh, never homies. Like.
Nah, we cool.
Yeah.
Like if I see him, he knows who I am.
Facts,
he knows
facts.
my name. It's like, yo, what up? You know what I mean? Can I call him right now? No, I don't got his phone number that. We not phone number cool. Well, we cool. We cool.
Yeah.
There's no problem with it. It's just that I feel sometimes it's just a matter of reaching out. He doesn't know what I'm doing right now. So if I reach out to him and be like, yo, I want to do this thing, maybe producing, yeah. If I was like, yo, I want you to rap on my shit, it'll be like, I don't know. Because no one really knows what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing, like, secret shit. And then my following, like I said, people know who I am. Like, I got accolades, but my internet, quote, unquote, for those who can't see me, my social media buzz doesn't seem like I have a buzz. Yeah. Because it's only like 2,000 people or whatever that it says that's following me.
But the social media is just kind of just a bubble. It doesn't really.
It is a bubble, but some people follow that to a T.
Yeah.
Like some artists will look and be like, man, you ain't doing shit. Yeah, you ain't doing shit. Like that's not true. Like I don't know if you've seen that I had just did something with Christian Scott.
Yeah. That was how I really first got into you. I'm a big Christian Scott fan, and when that song came out, I was like, who the fuck is this guy rapping? Like, y'all killed that. What was that studio session like?
That was fun, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I actually have behind the scenes, like, I should put that together. Like
I saw like that one like 15-second clip with him like vibing to it, but
so how I met Christian Scott was through Robert Glasper.
Damn.
I went to a Robert Glasper show, and Rob knows me from the scene too. He had called me up when he did Robtober, which is the festival he does in October.
Yeah.
And Rob was just like, yo, come up. So I was like, all right. Started rapping on stage. And then Christian Scott was like, yo, that was dope, bro. Like, we should get in the studio. At first, I wasn't sure if he was serious or not, because I hear that a lot. Like,
yeah, of course.
Yo, we should do something.
Some industry shit.
Yeah, like, we should do something. And it's like, I'm super serious. All right, let's do it. Yeah. And then it don't happen. But he was dead serious. He was like, yo, let's do something. I was like, all right, we exchanged. And then I seen him the next day in the street randomly.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, shit, what up, bro? He's like, yo, what up? It's like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then I seen him again.
Damn, yeah.
Somewhere else random, like later on at the year. I was like, this is a sign, bro. He's like, yeah, this is a sign. Let's get in the studio. I got a studio session. I said, what time? He was like, such and such. I was like, all right, cool. Pulled up and
where's it at right now? Are you in what city you in right now? Like,
I was in. Oh, when we did this.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in New York.
New York. I bet.
Yeah. So, who else? Chris Turner was there.
I wasn't too familiar with his stuff, but he's dope. He's really good.
He's super dope. So he was in when I pulled up. He was doing his part. And Christian Scott already sent me the beat to write to. So I was like, all right, cool. And then he told me what he wanted me to write about. Like, yo, this is kind of the premise. I'm like, I bet. As soon as I heard the beat, I was like, done. Got in there, did a couple of practices. Then it was my turn. Went in there, went hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That flow is crazy.
Yeah. I got, it's funny. I really like rapping fast. But I got some other stuff in the mix that I want to do. So I'll probably even let you hear it before I leave.
Dope.
But yeah, so that was dope. And then maybe like a month and a half, maybe 2 months later, the joint was out.
Shit. Okay.
I was just like,
it was like a single too. It was like leading up to his album.
Yeah,
was pretty,
which was dope.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right, that's what's up.
You never went to you ever been to Blue Note or
yeah?
Christian Scott performs there like a bunch of times. It'd be dope to
see
you like see that happen. Like,
well, the last time he was here, when I found out he was coming, I was like, "Yo, are we gonna do the track?" But he like his set was so tight, like we weren't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I was like, "Cool, that's no problem. It's out. I mean, it's not like
yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I would love to do that shit.
I was at Blue Note last night. I saw Keon Harold. He's dope. I feel like
Keon,
you guys would.
I know.
Yeah,
Keon, he's dope.
Yeah.
Me and him been on stage before.
Okay.
That's the thing. So in the city, there's a lot of jam sessions too. So
Yeah,
there's
like
moments.
Big publicizer shit. It just like kind of happens.
It just happens.
Yeah.
So like I've been on. Oh man. All right. So I've been on stage with a lot of famous, interesting people. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to start naming stuff, but
I was looking at the list. It was like on the Anomaly Konglomerate website or whatnot.
Oh, the Doro Assembly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I've been on
some big names. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on stage with some crazy people, man. Like, just killing it. Fun too, super fun. I think my favorite though. Damn. I think my favorite jam session was The Lesson. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
The Lesson.
It's not a session in the jam session anymore. It used to happen every Thursday at Arlene's Grocery.
Oh shit, okay.
And it would be like Lenny the Ox.
Yeah.
Christian. I don't even want to name everybody because that's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
But I gotta shout out my boy Phase One though. Phase One was the rapper of the jam session, but we would go there every Thursday and just murder.
Yeah.
Every Thursday was a murder fest. Like it was crazy, and then it went from that to this other jam session that happens called The Shed. That's where
I've seen like the Shed type.
Yeah. Well, there's two of them. So
okay.
The original Shed, it happens in Harlem. And then there's this like new Shed that happens on 34th.
Something like that.
So, and it sucks though, cause like they're gonna get that like, that accolade of like, oh, we're the Shed.
Yeah, it's like no, it's not the.
That's
OG.
not the OG Shed though. So the OG Shed, right? I met like Bilal there. I met. Who did I meet? I met mad people there. I can't do the name thing. I hate doing that, but
yeah.
I met mad people there too. So that's how I like all really went down.
Yeah.
And then it would always be a moment where it's like, oh, there's an open mic, open jam. I'm there. I want to kill it with a live band. That's how it usually happens.
Yeah, I feel like rapping to like live band is like you can't compare that to like just put on a computer and just click and play and
it's unprecedented.
Yeah.
However, I will say this: I really like a band to properly play my beats. Like I met only one band so far that actually played it the right way.
Yeah.
There's been bands that like, cause my sister, like I said, my sister raps, so I produced her album, and I heard a band play one of the beats that I made, and I was upset.
Like, what is this?
I was like, yo, this is not it.
Yeah.
What is this? I don't like this rendition. Like this is anyway, but I agree. Like a band is. You have so many different textures that can happen, like versus when you just rapping over something you already wrote to and stuff.
I really like the NPR Tiny Desk series because it's pretty cool just to see the artists that may not really usually be backed by a band kind of
be backed by a band. Yeah. I would love to do a Tiny Desk.
Yeah, that
would be fire. I think at this point we need more live bands. We need more bands to come out more.
Yeah.
This whole backing track thing, I mean, it's dope. I sometimes see people like rap with their vocals in the background. That technically that's a no.
Yeah.
Well, you can do whatever you want. It's your set, but like in the live world scene, if you're like a live music, you don't do that. That's like a band playing the song over live when they're hearing it in the background. Like, what? Nani? Yeah, man. That's what else is happening?
How'd that I know not to really like name people, but how'd that stage thing with Pusha T happen? Cause
that was I met Pusha twice.
Damn.
I didn't get on stage with him.
Yeah.
I was just an opener.
Facts. Okay.
And it just so happened that he was performing that night, and I didn't even know it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, cause it was the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival.
Damn. All right.
And And then me and a group of other people went on, and I had like a set. Who was there that day? Dom a Dozen was there that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first met
He's
Dom.
dope. Dom doesn't. Yeah.
Dom's always been dope though.
Yeah, yeah. He has early tapes. Like 20. I forget what year, but he has couple good tracks with like Joey and I forget the name of that tape. It's like him walking off a cliff or something. I forget the.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that one.
Yeah.
He's always been dope though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So every time Dom puts some stuff out, I get excited. I'm like, oh, Dom's about to put some shit out? All right, let's listen to this. Oh, you know I can put you on to somebody. You ever heard of Quality?
Quality? Nah.
He's dope. He's been going hard for me.
A New York artist, or is he?
He's a New York artist.
Yeah.
He's definitely a New York artist. There's a bunch of dope New York artists out here right now just killing it, but they like you don't get to see it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like the industry kind of has this thing where you gotta have somebody backing you in a sense in order to be seen, which sucks, because not everybody has that like somebody in their corner like with a bunch of money that's gonna just push it out there. So that sucks because there's a bunch.
There's
of
so much dope shit out, but
so much dope shit out, man.
Yeah.
So much dope shit out. Astro.
Yeah, I fuck with Astro heavy. When he was on America's Got Talent, I was a fan then. And then like he actually like became like really grew into himself and dope artist now.
He's killing.
Yeah.
He's super killing.
Have you ever worked with Stro?
No, I never worked with Stro before. Yeah. I'm just a fan from a distance. Like he just did this new thing with Spike Lee, that new show that is on Netflix. I forgot the name of that shit. But yeah, he's doing it. I like that. I like him as an actor too. He was killing.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor too. Who else is doing? I don't know. It's so many artists doing stuff. I'm trying to think of the last project I listened to with somebody I knew.
You ever hear Marlon Craft? He's a rapper out of Brooklyn, I believe. He's super dope. He was on Sway a couple days ago. Did like a 5 Fingers of Death freestyle, and he has like a good album too. So he's a dope artist. Yeah.
I gotta check that. I've been meaning to do a 5 Fingers.
I feel like Sway is one of like the outlets that like will put somebody on that may not have such a huge backing, but if he fucks with the music, then
he'll rock with you.
He'll rock with you.
Yeah, he put some of my homies on, definitely for sure. Have you been following? Were you following that like the whole Team Backpack movement at
Yeah.
Yeah, I met a lot of good people on that.
Yeah, Team Backpack. Some of the Team Backpack ciphers are crazy. Like,
yeah, super dope. Shout out to all the homies. Who did I meet on Team Backpack? That I was just like, yo, I would so want to do another one with him. Denzel Porter.
Yeah, Denzel Porter. The whole trio: Denzel Porter, Oswin, and Chris Rivers.
All three of those are my homies. Yo, they fucking seriously.
Yeah,
dope. I like when all three of them are doing shit.
Yeah, they really. I've been wanting them to like make an album, but
I don't know what they're doing right now. Yeah. I think they're working on something.
Yeah,
they're probably working on something. But then my boy, you ever heard of Whispers?
Who? Whispers? No, I don't think so.
He's basically family of Chris Rivers.
Okay.
Like he signed to D Block.
Damn right.
He's dope. He's super dope. He was actually supposed to be on the Trenchmouth of Nada Brahma album.
Oh, damn.
The project,
okay.
project shit, the project Perspective. He was supposed to be on that song. But I think he went out of town and I had needed to get it done. So I hit up Mandela, the Black Zeus.
Yeah.
Who kind of sounds like Kendrick a little bit.
Yeah, he did his thing on that.
Yeah, he beasted.
Yeah.
So I put him on, and he's killing. You gotta hear his project.
Yeah, I definitely need to peep him.
He's super fire. He got the man, he's dope. There's so much going on in the city, but I think I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm working on this project.
You got a name for it yet, or not really trying to?
I don't have a name for it yet.
Yeah.
I want to finish the last song, listen to it, and then figure it out.
So it's basically like almost done at this point, or?
It's gonna be an EP. Well, LP, I think.
Yeah.
What's it like?
That's how I don't even know the difference sometimes. EP is like just shorter amount of.
Yeah, like EP is like 4 tracks.
All right.
LP is I think like 6 or more.
Okay.
So it's in between. It's gonna have 5 tracks.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make them full length.
Oh shit! Okay.
Meaty tracks. And it's gonna have.
Do you have any features on that, or at this point, is more just?
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I got. You ever heard of Akinyemi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to hit me back and let me know if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
I definitely want to hear what after all of the verses are done. I want to see what else it needs. I'm definitely gonna hit up Christian Scott for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Robert Glasper I want to put on there. Who else? I got this one dude named Kingsley. He's from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Super dope singer.
Philly
man.
rappers are slept on. They're like, Philly can rap.
Philly can rap. They got Black Thought. Like
yeah,
that's
the goat.
the goat, bro. Oh, you heard that Freddie Gibbs?
Yeah.
Bandana joint?
Yeah, I fuck with Freddie heavy.
Madlib?
He's from fucking the middle of nowhere too. No hip hop scene where he was growing up in, but Madlib is dope too.
Yeah. I wanna do something with Madlib.
Yeah, he's hard to get into contact. I feel like he's a ghost in the industry. I feel like. But
yeah, he's definitely somebody I want to work with though.
Yeah.
Him. I want to work with Tyler. I definitely want to work something with Tyler.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do something with Missy Elliott, yo.
Yeah, Missy would be. She just popped up on a song with was it like Megan Thee Stallion or something? I don't know, but yeah, it was like the first time I seen her like rap in a minute. So.
Shit.
Yeah, old Missy is.
Old Missy's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Tierra Whack.
Yeah, Tierra Whack, super dope.
Yo, I want to go ball for ball with Tierra Whack.
Yeah.
I think that'd be crazy.
Her last album was like super dope too, even though it's like 1 minute tracks. Like it kind of, at some points I'm like, fuck, I want this to be like longer, but like it kind of works and
it works
sense and for her. And the visual for that shit is crazy too.
I think all her songs work well with Instagram. Yeah, like you could literally just like. I think that was what it was for originally. But it worked though, cause she put I don't want to say a short amount of energy in it, cause there's a lot of good energy in it, but made it short enough that people can just digest all of it. Yeah, and then still get the.
And like nowadays, like I feel like people don't have the attention span to like, some people don't, for when it's just like on a shallow basis, just to like kind of listen to to get into artists. I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna like spend 50 minutes listening to a full project, but maybe that's more just the type of person you have to be to.
I think it depends on the type of person, man. Yeah. I hate to believe people have that much of a short attention span. Yeah. Because if you can sit there and watch Netflix,
I guess it's the type of music that really like you're not gonna sit. The people that are listening to like Lil Pump type shit, they're not gonna really want to listen to 50 minutes of.
I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, there's to each their own, I guess, right? Because there's that group that who are young as fuck, and they listen to whole albums. Mm-hmm. Like I met this 16-year-old who literally, like, doesn't like the new age hip hop shit. Like he only listens to like really classic golden era shit. Facts. And I'm looking at him like, yo, you born in the wrong era, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Like he'll listen to like trap shit, but
just having a balance of it all. Like I don't think I don't think it's healthy to be like, nah, fuck one side. Like, oh, fuck all this new shit. Like, just like have an open mind about like everything.
Right. I believe that. I believe you should have an open mind about everything that's happening. Everything is an art. So
who do you like? What artists like you listen to like on the daily? Like, are you listening to like hip hop on the daily, or is it like listen to jazz on the daily? What's like on
my daily? My go-to recently has been Griselda.
Griselda goes hard,
bro.
Like the Benny the Butcher album.
Oh, that shit was fire. Yeah. Did you hear the West Side Gun joint?
Yeah.
That joint was crazy too. Those dudes.
I've listened to the full album, but that shit. Conway goes hard too. Yeah.
Conway 38 Special.
Yeah. The song with Pusha on that album is crazy, and the song with Black Thought is crazy.
Oh, that's my favorite joint.
Yeah, though. Black Thought goes. I mean, anytime you have Black Thought on a track, you gotta just.
The way he does it though is just so crazy.
I still go back to his freestyle like on the weekly basis.
The Hot 97 joint?
Yeah. That shit's absurd.
10 minutes of strong just bars, bro. Yeah. I think wasn't he the first to do it? 10 minutes strong like that? Yeah. And then everybody else tried to follow suit. He beasted. Yeah. He dead seriously beasted.
I saw a couple weeks back YBN Cordae.
I want to do a song with him so bad.
Yeah, he spits. Like he came out of the same crew with like Namir, and when I first heard of Cordae, like YBN, I was like, all right, it's probably just gonna be like typical like dope like trap
joint. But he spits.
He goes hard. His album's pretty dope too.
I definitely want. Actually, that's one of the people that I really wanted to be on this new project. Yeah. Depending on I don't know, like, if I can pull that. I probably could, though, but I'm going to see. I definitely want him on this project, though. I don't know how much it's going to cost.
Yeah, he had a good performance at SOBs. Yeah, that's
Yo, he's dope. He's dumb dope. Like, he's dumb dope. But who else came out with some stuff? Who else? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I just feel like music is great. What I've been listening to. Okay, so I've been listening to West Side Gun, the whole Griselda team. I went back a little bit and started listening to more death metal stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever use like death metal? Do you ever sample death metal type stuff in beats or
Yeah.
Yeah, your beats are like so eclectic that it's kind of hard to like
pinpoint
exactly
what's a Mike Larry drill beat. I sample everything, bro. There's certain things I sample that I wouldn't tell anybody I would sample just because I don't want anybody going over there. I'm like, yo, this is mine.
Yeah, facts.
But I sampled death metal. I sampled opera. I sampled everything I can get my hands on. Yeah. I try to sample the most difficult stuff.
Have you had like an issue with like clearance or anything? Or I guess you haven't really sold.
I don't. The thing is, like, I try to chop it up as much as possible to the point where it's like it's pointless.
Yeah,
it's pointless. Yeah. I even sampled a video game. I have a video game album, the Gambit 8.
Yeah.
Where I sampled like all Nintendo. All of it was Nintendo.
Facts.
And then I'm supposed to be doing another one. I might do another Gambit 8 part 2 or whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. But yeah, I like sampling everything, man.
Did you come up playing video games and shit like when you were a kid? Did you like were you into Nintendo and shit or was it?
I was into everything, man. Yeah. But I was one of those hardcore. I'm only doing this and that's it.
Yeah.
So like I had a Nintendo, and then when Sega Genesis came out, I had a Sega Genesis, and then once
shit.
And then once, the Sega Genesis was out before whatever, you know what I mean? I was already, it was like Nintendo and Sega Genesis was already out, but my mom bought me a Sega Genesis, and I got to play it. And then,
how old were you at that point then? It's like,
I think I was like 5.
Oh shit! Okay.
6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then once PlayStation came out, my homeboy bought a PlayStation, so it was my best friend. So I was like, I don't need to get a PlayStation. I'm gonna get an Xbox.
Yeah.
So I bought an Xbox, and then he stayed PlayStation, so I stayed Xbox. Actually, before the Xbox, I had a Dreamcast. So it was, I stayed Sega, and then I went to Xbox. I had a 64, a Nintendo 64. But once Xbox came out, that was it. I was like, I'm an Xbox kid. Yeah. That's it. Then I think I had a 360, and then that was it. Then I stopped buying games.
Yeah, 360 the last thing I have too, but it's
but Xbox is paving the way though. They have like, I just seen this video that was saying that Xbox is not gonna be competing with PlayStation. They're gonna be competing with Google.
Damn.
Because Google has this new thing that they're working on, and if it works, they're gonna like change the whole way things are gonna be with gaming. Yeah. Like their gaming system is gonna be impeccable.
Have you ever done any like virtual reality gaming and shit? That shit's still like.
It's still new. I tried a little bit of virtual reality. I actually had, when I had released Wabi Sabi, I had did it at a virtual reality store.
Oh shit, okay.
So that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I could put you on to somebody. My boy Gene Shinozaki.
All right, yeah.
He's a beatboxer. He's a professional beatboxer, but he's a crazy musician.
Yeah.
And he's doing numbers right now.
Have you ever had him at one of your the beatbox things or the?
Well, there's the Beatbox House, which they're a group of professional beatboxers. They have events like once a month in Brooklyn. So that you should definitely go to one of those.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely down.
He's part of that. Those are the homies. It's usually a beatbox house featuring Mike Larry Draw. I beatbox, but I'm not a beatbox professional. Yeah. So I can't be the beatbox house. So that they kind of like make sure it's like featuring Mike Larry Draw. And then I'll do shows with them. But like, they're dope as fuck. You gotta definitely check them out.
Peep them too.
You gotta peep them. But Gene, like, he just came out with an album recently, and that shit was fire.
Is Gene? Is that the? Wait, what's his full name?
Shinozaki.
Oh, Gene. Okay.
Yeah, he's on my album. He's on the Trench Mouth for Not a Problem.
Cool.
He did he's on In a Cosmic Spiral.
Okay, yeah.
And then he does the Japanese on my on my album.
Do you have a favorite track off Trench by Not a Brahma? Or
yeah, the Akasha Field.
Okay.
That's the one when I'm like, it's like trappy and I'm singing.
Yeah.
I love that shit because it's so different. Because I bought like that whole album is just basically off of spirituality. So it's I take some from like Arabic culture, I take some Native American culture, I take it from like Baptist Christian culture, Buddhism and all that, and I just fuse it all together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit's crazy.
What direction you trying to take or there's a new album going in? Is it kind of going off of the last album, or it's kind of a new?
This new album I'm working on now is gonna be more soul, boom bap kind of vibe.
Right.
It's gonna have some trap joints on it. But that's the that I would call that the how do I want to say this? It's the diversion.
Okay.
This is the diversion. This is yeah, this is great. But the one after that is gonna be the punch in the face.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be like I want my next album after this one to be so aggressive that
you force people to like
do something.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna do something. Somebody's gonna mosh pit or whatever. It's gonna be aggressive.
Do you have like a favorite venue that you perform in, or I guess in the city?
My favorite venues I've performed in so far would be Arlene's Grocery.
Okay, yeah, I hear that's a super dope.
Super dope venue. New Blue, 151 is a super dope venue. Bowery Electric is a super dope venue. The Shrine is a dope venue. It's in Harlem. I think that's it.
Yeah.
There's not that many venues in the Bronx. There's Mott Haven, but Mott Haven, I forgot what it's called. They're a great setup.
Yeah. Do you see the area around you in the Bronx like being gentrified now, or like is it still kind of?
Yeah, it's the South Bronx. The South Bronx is looking to be gentrified.
What's it? There's a new term that they're using for
Piano district.
Piano district, and I think I heard someone say Sobro or something.
I've heard that word. I wouldn't repeat that though. But I don't know if you can. I mean, you can, but there's people that are in power that's preventing too much of the gentrification thing, because like it's dead ass pushing people who are born and bred from New York out of New York. Yeah. Like you say, you're from New York, right? Yeah. Originally. So like if you move to the Bronx, that wouldn't be gentrification. Like it's culture. Like you're part of the city. Like how are you gentrifying it? It's not. To me personally, I don't think to be a person of a different race and nationality to move to another part is gentrification. Yeah. Gentrification happens when you are someone who's not contributing to culture. Yeah. Like, and then pushing culture out. I think that's when it becomes gentrification.
I have a couple, not even friends, but people that I know that moved into Harlem now, and like they went from like South Florida scene to like Harlem, and I feel like Harlem is really changing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, originally it wasn't always ethnic though. Well, at one point, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I was told that Harlem used to be where all the rich white people lived at.
Oh, facts.
And then they just moved out and they gave it to all the black people. And then it became Harlem the way some people see it. But the thing was, like, a lot of people used to travel to Harlem to get the music. Yeah. And then, dissipate or whatever. But now it's just I think it's a cycle, honestly. This is not the first time something has been gentrified in New York City. Like Central Park used to be a place where you would find like Polish, black, and other cultures living in Central. They used to live in Central Park. Yeah. Like there was a section where people owned that land, and then it got pushed out to become what it is today. But like, so it's just gonna be a cycle. Like, soon it's gonna be a situation where there will be no like culture, or I don't want to say culture, but like ethnic culture in somewhere, and this is gonna be just one culture, and everybody's gonna get bored, and then they're gonna want to go where the culture's at. Yeah. And then they're gonna go, and then it's gonna move, and then they're gonna move over there, and then it's gonna go over there, and they're gonna move over there. It's just gonna be like checkers. Right. So I mean, but it's growth though, right? Yeah, so as long as you, I feel like if I put myself in a position to make something better of myself, I'm this is kind of be devil's advocate, but if I put myself in a position to better myself and keep my foot down, 10 toes down in the ground, I can't be moved.
Yeah.
If if where I'm from is bad, and I decide I want to move, and I didn't put any effort into my own community, then and it gets gentrified, then it's my fault.
Yeah.
I feel like, me personally, I can't speak for everybody else, but like exactly where I lived at in the Bronx, a lot of people like, yo, I don't want to be here no more. I'm trying to get out. As soon as they leave,
that's it. Yeah.
that's it. Like then that's it. Then now it's like other people see the value in it and they move in, and then you're gonna be like, man, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, you know what I mean? So it's a give and take.
For sure.
I definitely think so.
Do you like have a certain influences that you really think have kind of sculpt some of your music? I definitely hear a lot of Lupe in I don't know, that's just me, but the Trenchman and Not Obama, there's like, I feel like a lot of Lupe inspired.
I would say a lot of people say I sound like Lupe, so I can't help that in my voice.
Yeah. I'm not saying that like, but anyway, like started biting or anything.
No.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to listen. I'm from the Lupe tree, you can say. Like the cool, yes. The coolest, yes. Like Food and Liquor, yes. That's my shit. That's where I came from in a sense. Cause I was rapping. Honestly, when I first started, I sounded more like if I got signed to like Rough Riders, or like if I got signed, I don't want to say Dipset, but if I got signed to Rough Riders, I would sound like somebody from Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Or like before I heard of Kanye, people were like, oh, you kind of sound like Kanye. And I was like, why would you say that? And they would be like, because you make beats and you rap. And I'm like,
that doesn't mean that.
Yeah, right. So, but then I started listening to Kanye, and I was like, I like how some of the things he would talk about. So then, like, you listen to it enough, you kind of sound a little bit like it.
Yeah.
But the way I found out about Lupe was through Kanye, because he was off the
it was like Touch the Sky joint? Or?
Yeah, Gotta Testify.
Yeah.
Come up in the spot, look at that joint. So when I heard his verse, I was like, who the fuck is this? This nigga's nice. Like, he nice. So then when I heard the Food and Liquor joint, I was like, oh, yeah, now I'm a fan. Then the Cool came out.
Yeah, the Cool was crazy.
Fuck. The Cool was, like, on replay for at least 6 months. At least 6 months.
He has really fuck with his couple albums ago, Testo Own Youth, is Lupe album, and Lupe's, like, still spitting at a high level.
High level, right? I think that I'm glad he's still making music. I really do like the Cool though.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite Lupe album is the Cool. Like I like the Food and Liquor too though. When he came out with that, I was like, oh, hold on, he's trying to get back. Like I don't want to say trying to. Like it seemed like he was touching back on some roots that he originally came out with. So I was like, oh, okay.
And everyone grilled him for the Lasers project, but I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know. I thought there were a couple cool tracks on it, but
I like the way it started.
Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna sit there and critique it though, but I feel like I waited so long for like that Lasers album to come out, and I know things were changing in the industry. So when he came out that way, I guess as a fan, I was expecting like something that different. Cool, the Cool or something more.
Yeah. Okay.
Deep. So I was thrown off. I was like, damn, this wasn't what I was expecting, because I was still in that Cool high.
Yeah, I feel that.
But nevertheless, he came out with what I'm assuming he came out with what he wanted to come out with, so that's what matters. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If I'm a real fan, I'm just gonna support.
Do you get kind of salty when people who don't make music or just like listeners start critiquing your music? Like, you don't have a right to like tell me like critique my shit. You don't even know
what's going on.
Yeah.
I
guess you don't really hear that.
I never hear critique. Honestly, I've only got one critique, which was off a video that I put out, which was which video was that? Damn, what's the name of that video I put out? It's basically the one that is basically involved with these guys in the projects, and they're like involved in street shit.
Okay.
And one dude hit me up in my DM and was like, I don't see, you're the reason why there's so much violence in the world.
Yeah.
In the hoods.
It's like not at all what I'm trying to go with this. Like,
yeah, I had to like take a
take
step back and
look
like,
at it.
no, it was more like, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
bro? I just showed a video about a dude who was in street shit that shouldn't have been in street shit,
Yeah.
and his struggle and ego, but it wasn't me pointing guns at.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a story. Like, so then he apologized later after that, like, I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
But then I already had blocked him because I was like, nah, bro,
Fuck this guy.
I don't know who you are, but you obviously don't need to be like following my shit. That's the only critique I've ever got.
Yeah, facts.
Everything else so far, I've been blessed to have people like say they were inspired. But if there's somebody who don't like my music, all right,
Yeah,
fuck it.
It's all you. Yeah.
You can critique it all you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I think it's my music is just music. I don't know. I definitely make it for shock factor and senses. What would I like to hear as an album if I would have had to listen to a whole album? Like everything is in a formula. So like the last album I put it started low and then it went high and then it like dipped a little bit and then it went high. So it ended with like a aggressive sound. I did that twice already. So Amalgamate was like that. And then Trenchmouth and Nada Brahma was like that.
What's the meaning for the Trenchmouth and Nada Brahma? Like, how'd that title come to be?
Okay, so Nada Brahma means sound of God. Well, it has a few meanings. So it can be put like this: sound of God, God is sound, sound is God. And that's in what language? I think it's in Hindu. So that's the translation to Nada Brahma.
Okay.
Trenchmouth was supposed to be, which was gonna be the original name of the album, Trenchmouth. I was like, yo, I'm gonna come out with an album called Trenchmouth. It sounds dirty.
Sounds rough.
It sounds rough, right? I'm fucking right. But I do research before I just name an album. So I was like Trenchmouth, and then I looked it up, and then it was an album called Trenchmouth. So I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Never. It's like I gotta be original as possible. So then I was like, all right, so let's find some things that have to do with like spirituality and sound, since everything sounded like that. So the word Nada Brahma came out. So I was like, Nada Brahma. But there was a album named Nada Brahma, I think. Or there was a band called Nada Brahma. So I was like, nah. How about if I say Trenchmouth from Nada Brahma? And I was like,
solved it, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds tough too.
Yeah. And it's one of those when you hear it, it's like, what is this about? Like,
Yeah.
But Trenchmouth from Nada Brahma is basically like, sound of God, God is sound. But it's aggressive because Trenchmouth is the disease in your mouth. So like almost like speaking the word of God, but also speaking devilishly. So it's like a play off that.
Did you grow up like religious at all, or not really?
Actually, my mom and dad used to go to church every Sunday. If I wasn't with my mom going to church, my mom would send me to my aunt's house in D.C., Maryland, and I would go to church with her. And then my grandfather was a minister. He was a deacon minister. He owned his own church.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So I would go to church with him, and if I wasn't going to church with them, my cousins went to church. So I had to go with somebody. Yeah, I was going to church. Yeah, I was always going to church. And then my mom put me in. Well, my aunt wasn't my aunt. I think she put me in Sunday school. Or I had to go to summer school, and it was a church.
Yeah.
And then first grade, I went to what was that? Blessed Sacrament, which was a Catholic school for the first year. So yeah, I was always in
doing that.
Yeah, but then I always was just questioning it though, like, but why we gotta do this again? So if he did that, why is this happening? Like, then my grandfather used to always be like, don't question God, don't question the word. But then it made me want to question it even more.
Yeah.
So
that's just like the nature of growing up. Like when you're told to like do something or follow something, like, you're like, well,
why? Why am I doing it? Like I like to pride myself in not being just a program.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with, if you believe in it. It's just that I've always been secluded myself from groups or societies. I never really found my tribe yet. So it's always been a thing where it's like, if I'm in school and there's a group of people, I'll chill with that group, but I have to go away from the group to go chill with the other group and then leave there and just be on my own. Or like, if I went to church, I'll go, but I'm not gonna follow all the procedures and rules and
Yeah.
regulations. I need to figure out what life is myself, not what people tell me life is. So I wouldn't call myself religious.
Yeah,
I was just spiritual, just
yeah.
Cause I pray, or I meditate. I say that I meditate. Like my music is my meditation.
Facts.
Making music is my meditation. It helps me like. I'm not gonna say escape because I'm not escaping from anything.
Yeah.
It just helps me understand the world better, or the way the universe is creating, or how to create. Sure. Like if you do the thing you love and you're doing it, like nothing else matters. Like I was homeless, and this is a good one. All right, so wintertime and television, there's no work. Like the industry just shuts down. Like, all right, we all go on vacation. If you did it right, you may have some money left over to go on vacation.
Yeah.
I was never mentored in film, so no one told me the ropes, like how to properly do stuff. Yeah. So I would always fuck up every year, right? Thinking like, oh, you know what? It's September, work's gonna be here. October, November, December, I got work lined up. It'll be lined up too, and I'm like, all right, good to go. December comes, and the job that I was supposed to do from December to April gets canceled.
Damn. Okay.
Or they'll forget. Oh, my bad, Mike. We forgot to do this, so we don't have a budget for you. Then I'm like, all right, cool. Shit, I don't got work. So it's like
life hits you in the face. Right?
Yeah, punch you in the face.
Yeah.
So I went from April to November feeling like, yo, I'm the man. Like I'm making mad money. I'm making like $600 a day, $300 a day. Like stacking up this bread so I can put it to my music or whatever. And then like I would blow all that money. Now I purposely blow the money for the music, right? Or putting myself in good positions. But then it'll be like, now I don't got no money. It's cool though, because the rest of this money is just gonna go to bills. And then I don't have that money because it never came. So now it's like, fuck, what can I do for work? I can't do film. Yeah. And I didn't put myself in a position for money to be that thing for that year. So shit. So there was one year I was homeless.
Damn. All right.
So anytime I get in a position where I don't have money or I'm super depressed, the first thing I do is make music, not film.
Yeah.
Even though film was the thing that made me money, like for some reason. So I figured that to be like, oh, that's the universe telling me, fuck film. Just do music, right? So
do you miss any parts of like working in film or?
Yeah, like I'll hear someone, cause it'll always hit me in the face, like so. I just did this music video for my boy Johnny Buffalo. Okay, which is his first music video.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
So he hit me up, was like, "Yo, Mike, can you do my first music video?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Fuck you, no, I don't do film no more." But then I heard the song and I was like, "Oh, chill, I can do this." So I was like, "Alright, I'll do it." But then after, I'm like, "Shit," but I said I wasn't gonna do it anymore. Yeah. Or then I'll get hit up like from this lady from Syracuse. She was like, "Yo, I just seen this video you put on your Instagram. That shit is dope. Can you do that for me?" And I'm like, "I don't want to do it." Then she's like, "But I'm having a party and it's gonna be this." And I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll come up." And then I'll see the party. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it." Yeah. How much is it? $2,000. All right,
let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, all right, cool. I'll get the camera. Yeah. I'll shoot it, have mad fun, and just be like, "Fuck, I'm back to my computer." Yeah. Not for music, just for film. And I'll do it, and I'll be like bitter, like, "Oh, fuck, all right." And then I'll look at him like, "Oh, it looks good." And then I'll give it to them, mad, like, "Here, how you?" And they're like, "This is amazing." I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, I didn't know." And so it's this like crazy ass cycle. And it's only when I'm on stage where I'm just like, this is where I belong.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what like a lot of like artists say. Like they really feel the closest to themselves when they're like, performing. Yeah,
that like. Literally, when I'm not doing music, think of it like an anime, right? So like you're this like human cell, and you're complete, 100% complete. You're like the ultimate human, right? But then there's a left side and a right side, right? I'm not gonna say light and dark. I'm just like light, left, right. The left side, which you just moved to, which is the complete side, would be the thing you're supposed to fulfill in your destiny. But then there's this deterrent that pulls you to the right side. Maybe you see someone who needs help, like some lady who's like in a river or something,
Yeah,
and you go help her or him, and you have to pull away from your perfection in order to help them, which sounds noble.
Yeah.
Noble as fuck. But once you get there, there's other people who need help along the way, and you keep going towards
sidetracked and shit.
Yeah, you're getting away from your destiny in a sense.
Purpose,
but, your purpose. But it could always come full circle because it makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Or it can destroy you, one or the other, right? So the more I go towards this destiny, I do meet the right people along the way. Like, because of film, I met the right people. However, it also put me in a position and be like, with a great anxiety, because I have to deal with people in a way that I don't get to utilize the other side of my brain. That would be the music side, the aha factor. Like, with music, I feel like it's created a point in my life where I can be the smartest me, the greatest me, because in order for me to do the music, I have to read music, I have to read books, I have to study, because I don't just write songs like, oh, this sounds great. Like, I literally study what I'm talking about, in order for it to be a thing where if the normal human being doesn't understand it, the intellectual will. Like, intellectual people like to listen to my music, I feel like. So, so I keep going away from this thing, and I'm coming back to it now.
Seems like it's all like been for a purpose, so it all kind of helped you sculpt into what like all the music you make today and stuff. So
right, it does sculpt me. It definitely does. And it does put me in positions of like to have like emotions or whatever, so I can write about it. But then sometimes I'll have these emotions and won't be able to write about it because I'm doing something right then and there. Like, oh, this is the time I'm supposed to write the song, but I can't because I gotta finish this project.
Is there times where like you're writing a song, you're feeling some type of way, and then you stop writing the song, and then you don't go back to it because you should never get back to that same
feeling?
Same feeling? Or
I haven't had that problem yet. Oh, there are songs that's in the vault that I'll listen to and be like, ooh, I need to finish this. Yeah. But then I forget that I said that and just work on something else and then go back to it later like, ooh, yeah. But recently, that was with beats, right? There was something, I had literally 50 beats that were unfinished. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I need to finish this. Then I finished it. And now I just go around playing the beats in the city, in the streets.
Yeah. That's dope.
Boop. Yeah. So I do get chances to do it.
How many would you say how many songs are in the vault that you never you haven't released? Or
I have a whole album. I have 2 albums in the vault right now. Yeah. One that will never be released because it was a group project.
Oh, true.
And right now Anomaly Konglomerate's in its 3rd generation of people. Yeah. So the first generation, I made an album with them, and then there was a miscommunication. There's a little differences, so that project will never come out.
Yeah.
And then I tried to revamp the project. Yo, I had got the energy to do it again. Yo, I revamped it a little bit. Let's all get back together and let's do it. But then, and everybody was like, yeah. But there's always that one thing where it's when I do projects, I plan them. And when I plan with a certain type of people, and I make sure that project comes out.
Word.
But when it was time for this project to come out, the same people that I was with the original time, we still wasn't understanding the process of how to put it out and why we should put it out.
Yeah.
Or we all need to put it out and be together. It was every man for themselves, and I was I'm not putting a project out like that because I feel like I'll be the only one pushing it, even if that's not the case. So I was whatever.
So how many rappers are in the Anomaly Konglomerate
right now?
Yeah.
Me, my boy Isaac Sawyer, who raps.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Ja raps. Jay Hershey raps. But we haven't put a project. We're everybody right now is all producers.
Yeah. Oh, shit,
everybody's just straight. It used to be rapper. So we had rappers at first. Then we had rappers in a band. We had 2 bands. We had Space Captain and this other band called Great Time, who's killing it. And then it just became I had put a comedian in, and then we started doing sketch comedy again.
Oh yeah, okay.
We started doing sketch comedy, and then my homie who was doing a sketch comedy, who's a fantastic drummer. He got a job at Stomp.
Oh shit.
So now he's like Broadway. So he started doing that. We had beatboxers, which sounded crazy, but they like the 2 beatboxers that I had in there were actual musicians too.
Okay.
So, but now they're doing their thing. And then my bro OT, who raps and produces, he's doing his thing. You ever heard of Mandeep Sethi or Sethi X? He's from LA.
Possibly.
He's from LA. He did Team Backpack.
Okay.
He was a part of it. So, but he's so far away and so far removed that he's doing his own thing.
Basically, everybody in New York though, that's part of the.
Yeah, there was mostly New Yorkers, but a lot of people moved away. So like, Great Times from Philly. My boy the Bull Bay, he's from Philly too.
Okay.
OT's from here, Dizzy's from here. Everyone in the Anomaly Konglomerate that we're focused on now is in New York.
Okay.
So right now, what we've just been doing is doing events, like these crazy ass events.
Yeah.
And yeah, so right now, I think I'm the more active rapper right now.
Do you guys have like a tour scheduled or like
we have events scheduled?
Event scheduled?
Yeah. We didn't tour yet. Right now it's
would you consider going to like country tour or something? Yeah.
I need an investor right now though.
Facts.
Cause what I've learned is like using your own money is good because you're investing in yourself. But why use your own money where you can actually help someone else make money and use their money? So that's like what I'm focused on right now. Finding an investor, showing him how he's gonna get his money back and investments, and so I can tour. So I'll be the ambassador of whatever he wants me to be ambassador of, which would be great.
Damn.
Yeah. So if anybody has heard this and they're figuring out how can I go on tour, the first thing you need to do is find someone who's going to invest money into your tour, and you need to figure out how they're going to get their money back at least 20% more than what they dropped in. Because if you can get them money, their investments will always put money into you because they know they're going to get their money back. So
facts.
Yeah. So I guess that's a draw.
Is that what kind of happened with the tour in Japan? Was it kind of an investor that helped make that shit happen?
Nah, that was out of my pocket. I was like, that was a dream. That was a dream. A dream tour. I think I've been invested in twice, and they got their money back.
Okay.
The only thing is, like, I'm there's no bridges burnt or nothing, but I just want to work with new people. Yeah. I want to work with new people because I want to do bigger things. Like, I have this, like I said, I got this big ass vision of like what my tour should be and how it should look, and it will be an experience. Have you
ever done anything with like stage design as well? I guess that's kind of in a bigger setting, but I feel like with all the art background you have, like
accolades
you really,
and stuff. You know, it's funny because I reached out to some agencies, and I'm still looking for the right agency to like work with me. But I haven't worked with stages on. Yeah. I'm looking for like the right agency though. Facts. that want to work with me because like I'm like in my accolades is crazy. Yeah. Like, I'll be looking at them like I did this shit. Damn. Like I've been on TV. I've worked with big names.
Do you have a favorite point that you think like really changed where you looked through like maybe I actually am making like something from this
happen?
Yeah.
My favorite moment was I went to DC and played at I think it was that Hamilton, the JFK Center.
Okay.
And we played for 6,000 people.
Damn.
I think 6,000 people. I forgot where it was. 6,000 people. And I was just like, yup.
It's here,
Yup, I'm here.
Damn.
That was my point where I was like, yo, I'm doing this. I think the point that always keeps deterring me, though, is when I need something, I don't need it now, but I need it soon.
Yeah.
And then my work ethic is television. So like in television, it's like, all right, you got a job to do it sufficiently, do it fast, so we can go to the next thing. And then like in the music industry, I'm not gonna say the industry, certain entities in music don't work that fast. So I end up doing it. So for example, like these commercials I'll be working on, it's like I gotta need it done. But the turning point definitely was when I did that, and recently was when like the Christian Scott project was definitely like, I'm back. All right, cool. Yeah. I'm back in my zen. Like I feel good about it.
Do you think that's like one of the things that like where new people are finding you from that? Has there been a certain point where you're like, all right, this was a really good move that I did?
I think it was a great move that I did. I'm not sure who found me off of it.
I guess he's kind of not like a huge. In his scene, he's like one of the greats, but
that's another thing. I didn't really gauge on how big he was when it came to his like, following.
It's more just like I fuck with him and he's a fucking talented dude.
Like from one musician to another, I was like, yo, he's dope. Like, and honestly, like I found out about him that same day when I got on with Robert Glasper, and like with Terrace Martin, Robert Glasper. All of the homies that was on stage.
Glasper would be a fucking crazy studio session, or he must be.
Yeah, that's the funny part. I've never even been in a studio with Robert Glasper, like that, and that's the funny part. Like, it's been just kind of human to human kind of vibe. Like, oh, what up? Oh yeah, word. Okay, yeah, let me hear you. Oh, you are dope. All right, let's go.
It's like building the rapport is the important part though too. Like,
it is, and it's funny though, cause like. It depends on personalities too. Like with reports, not everybody's personality gonna match.
Blend,
Cause like you never know how someone's looking at you. Like when I'm, like, I think when I first met Pete Rock, right? That was like the coolest shit ever to me. Like, and I never fan out. But I just like, I respected it because I know like his brand, like is reflected. Like with my brand, like that rapper producer, right? Like people that I probably will never meet in my whole life that I've always was like, nah, this is it, right? Jay Dilla. I will never meet Jay Dilla ever, right? But the best part about that is I've been able to meet the people that knew him the best, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, I remember when I was younger and I used to hear Jay Dilla talk about the people that he looked up to. Was Pete Rock, right? And now I thought Jay Dilla was like the illest shit ever, right? I was like, yo, Jay Dilla, fuck, he's a GOAT. Like, he helped me through mad shit. Jay Dilla saved my life, like dead ass, like that. So then there was this one interview he did where he was talking about he used to call Pete Rock up and be like, yo, Pete, what you doing? And Pete used to be like, I'm making a beat. And then Jay Dilla would be like, oh shit, I gotta make a beat. Like every day I'm making a beat. To the point where like Jay Dilla crafted his own shit. So when I seen Pete Rock, that's what I thought. Like, I'm watching the guy who was just himself, just did what he was supposed to do, and he inspired the guy that inspired me.
Yeah.
So Pete Rock inspired me, right? So when I first met him, like I fanned out. I was like, yo,
you don't even know how much you changed. Like,
yo, right? Like, I didn't say all that. I was just like, yo, it's an honor, bro. Like, this shit is. And then he kind of like brushed me off a little, like, all right, like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I fucked up somewhere down the line. It just didn't work. And then the second time I met him, I was actually on stage with him.
Damn.
It was the picture. It was me, Robert Glasper, everybody else in the joint. My boy Anu, my boy Marcus Machado, Pete Rock, me, mad people. I can't even remember mad people.
Facts.
I'm bad with names, even if I know them. And so then it was cool. It was like I'm chilling with Pete Rock. Then the next time I seen him, same shit, everything's cool. And I asked him, because someone, I'm not going to say their name, someone told me, some famous person told me to ask Pete Rock to go on tour with him.
Oh, shit, all right.
And I was like, I can't ask that. Like, because I would, like, I'm me every day, right? I know I work hard. I know I'm working hard. But, like, certain things I just feel like shouldn't be asked.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that would, I mean, the worst he's going to say is no. But I just feel like just don't ask. Just assume it's a no. You should never assume that, but just ask him, right? He was like, yo, just tell him that you want to go on tour with him, and you pay your way. You just want to, you want to open for him or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I want that. All right, I'm going to ask. So I asked him.
Oh, shit.
And he was like, we'll see what's up. So I was like,
oh, whoa.
Oh, this shit's going to happen. Just going to put it in the universe. It didn't happen. Yeah. And it wasn't because he curved me. It's just that I think that tour got canceled or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I never ask celebrities for anything, honestly. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit. I just feel like so far what I've been doing, I have to like build it to the point where they ask me. So like, which has been happening. People have been coming to me and asking me for stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool.
The way you've been doing has been working. And stuff,
yeah. But I just gotta do more though. There's so much more to do, and that's the crazy part. Cause there's a lot more I want to do. That I feel like there's not enough time, but there's enough time though. I don't know.
So what do you see for yourself in the next year? Release this tape, and then
release this project.
Grow the Anomaly Konglomerate a little bit more too, or like kind of keep that steady as it is right now.
I gotta see what happens. Yeah. It's like at least once a month do something.
Yeah.
We have some cool, like I said, we're doing a money train again.
Facts.
We're doing this other project that I want to do. We're doing the beat battles. I want to put some of the artists on tour.
Mm-hmm.
We did Albany last month, which was fire. Yeah, like I want to do Canada. I'm gonna start like spreading out more again. Like I want to do Berlin. I want to do Japan.
You ever been
again.
to Germany or?
I haven't been to Germany yet, but all my homies that go to Germany, they're popping now.
Yeah. Because
they went there. And, like, Germany is just a different, like, level of acceptance on music versus here. Like, here is clutter. Like, you can throw a rock and hit a musician. They might not be at the caliber, but they're going to get on some point, right? Mm-hmm. And Germany, like, they respect the craft so much. Like, it's like, what's good music? Because they're throwing out good music. So, it's like, I got to go there in order to get to that other level. So, now I'm plotting to do that.
Facts. Yeah, I feel like some artists, like, don't miss opportunities by like just trying to stay in the one niche market that they know fucks with them, but I feel like to really make it a worldwide thing, you gotta take the
I feel like in order to bring value to where you're from, you have to go somewhere else to be. So like if I just stayed in New York, that would be nice, but I don't like. I feel like me personally, I wouldn't have enough to put myself in a position to be worldly. Like, you know what I mean? My brand is worldly, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like should be everywhere, not just one place. Like a graffiti artist. Like, if you're a graffiti artist, you're trying to be all city. You're trying to be everywhere in the city. You're not trying to just, like, just be in one area, because then only those people will know you and you won't be the exact way you're supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely. But, damn, yeah, I guess we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes right now. Yeah. Fucking dope hearing about you.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
You got crazy, definitely got crazy things ahead, I'm sure, and it seems like you got a lot behind you that's going for you too. So it's only.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to be alive, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But appreciate you coming on. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks.